All right, YouTubers. Today we're going to be talking about applications of rational functions. So it's just basically word problem after word problem. We've kind of got two different types of situations. The first one is when you have like two things or two people working together and trying to figure out how long that would take for it to be done, or if you know how long it'd take for them to do it together, you're going to figure out maybe like how long it'd take for one of them to do it, those type of problems. And then we got another type of problem that I'll talk about here in a second. So for that first example, we got 1 over a plus 1 over b equals 1 over t. This is just the first job, second job, and total amount. So if you look here, I got everything filled out using Miss Owen's notes. Shout out to her. She's listening. So it says Shelly can paint a fence in one fence in 8 hours. So 1 over 8. Karen can do it in 4 hours. So 1 fence, 4 hours. Don't know how long it would take for 1 fence for total amount of time. So for both of them, that is. So we multiply everything by 8t. So when we do that, we get 8t over 8 plus 8t over 4 equals 8t over t. And so the t's cancel out. That's where we get the 8. 8 over 4 is 2. And then 8's cancel out and we get t. So then we just have t plus 2t equals 8. So just solve for t. So we get 2 2/3 or 8/3. You'd think you could just average them together. 8 and 4 make 6, but that's not how that would work in that case. So number 2, kind of the same thing. We got one homework assignment in 20 minutes. We don't know how long it would take for her to do it herself, but we do know that if they did it together, it'd only take 11 minutes. So we multiply by everything by 20, 11, and x, because there's nothing that we can multiply like we did in the previous problem with 8. So we do all that, we get 11x. And if you guys want to write, 20 times 11 times x over 20, if you want to write all this stuff every single time so you get good at crossing it out in your brain, that's fine. It doesn't hurt me at all. So you cross out the 11s, cross out the x's, cross out the 20s. So that's where we get the 11x equals 20, or plus 20 times 11 equals 20x. So yeah, 22.4 minutes for that. And then the last one, kind of tricky. Oops. A little tricky because they don't tell us how long it'd take. All they say is that it would take him or her 3 times as long. So 1 over x plus 1 over 3x equals 1 over 4. And so then we multiply it by 12x, because 12 is the smallest number that both 3 and 4 go into. And we do all that, and we get 16 over 3. So that's the first type of problem. The other type is the distance, rate, and time stuff. And, d equals rt is a very basic equation, and we can manipulate it and solve for different things. The t equaling the d over r thing is kind of important. So we'll talk about that here in a second. And the last thing is the s minus c, s plus c. The speed can be affected by wind or current, stream, whatever. So anytime you're going against the force, that's going to slow you down. The speed becomes smaller. And then if you get to go with the wind, if you run with the wind, or you go downhill, all that stuff, your speed increases. So that's why we do s minus c and s plus c. So when we do all this, the pilot can go 200 miles, one way with the wind, 150 without. So that's where our d equals 200 and d is 150. The speed without the wind, with nothing, is 300. So then with the wind, be 300 plus c, and against the wind, 300 minus c. Then when we do the whole t equals d over r thing, so we get 200 over 300 plus c, 150 over 300 minus c, cross multiply and divide. Now there is one issue here. This is actually, I think it's 15,000, yeah. 15,000 equals 3,500, so you divide by that, and we get 42.9 miles per hour. All right, number 5. Problem like this on the back side. River barge, we're going 60 miles down the hill or down the stream, 60 miles up, so they travel the same amount. It says it travels 8 no matter what, so 8 minus c when we're going upstream, 8 plus c going down. And it says it took 20 hours total, so 60 over 8 minus c plus 60, over 8 plus c equals 20. And then on this, you have to multiply by 8 minus c and 8 plus c. That's a tough problem. One of the homework's not as challenging. And the last one, number 6. Was the last one, I think? Number 6, number 7. Can't remember. Number 6. Rosa goes uphill, straddling 3 miles per hour. Downhill's 5. It says her rate downhill's 4 more, so R plus 4 and R, and then 3 over R. Set them equal to each other. It says it took the same amount of time. So anytime it says same amount of time, same time, same time, same time, set them equal. And solve. Cross multiply and divide. Number 7, the train problem. I think that was the last one. 392 and 322 for our distances. R plus 20, passenger travels 22 or 20 more miles per hour quicker. R is there, cross multiply, divide, and we get 92 and 112. All right. Good luck, guys. The hardest part is just setting everything up. Wish you the best. Good luck. See you.